Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. We got a lot of games to cover, so let's get to it. In our first game this week, we had the Saints edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
Ball will be playing his football elsewhere, though perhaps not for as much as he would have liked. 5 years, $6.8 million.
In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Raiders win their 5th game of the season. The 49ers won this contest and will now move to 3rd place in the NFC West. David, please come to Boston, stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Amon Green rushed for 2 touchdowns and helped his Packers beat the Bears. In the land of the crab cakes, Baltimore, we had the Ravens narrowly coming out on top by 5. Bengals, Patriots. Peyton Manning surveys the defense at the 25. Extra receiver is split out. That's the tight end. Even though he's got double coverage, heads to the corner, touchdown. What a throw. The Bengals go on to win this by the final score of 27-20. Over at Lincoln Financial Field, we had the Eagles stroll away with a 14-point win. The Browns defense held their opponents to under 100 rushing yards in their win at Giant Stadium. The Cardinals won on the road and will now head home to meet the Falcons. The Chiefs won this contest but will stay at the 1st place in the AFC West. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Titans pick up their 13th win of the season. Buccaneers, Falcons. D'Angelo Hall is almost like a center fielder back there. Picks it off at his own 30-yard line. Look at the wheels in the midfield stripe. He's thinking more than just a pick. He's thinking touchdown. What a turnaround, 70 yards. The Falcons win this one by the final score of 31-17. Corin Robinson stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. This week had some big injuries, and we'll get to all of them, but we're going to start right here. Jeremy Stevens sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. X-rays after the game revealed it is indeed a broken leg, so he'll likely be out for the rest of the regular season. Now, on to even bigger news, as you may have already heard. Michael Bennett said he knew his season was over the second he went down, and indeed, his club will need to find someone to pick up the rushing slack. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
LaDainian Tomlinson pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Chargers beat the Lions. And last but not least, we had the Giants come away victorious. So let's change things up a bit and turn to a guy that's had his eye on the college game, and that's our own Mel Kiper Jr. He joins us now. Mel, your work never ends, I know. Believe me, I know better than anybody else. But it's never too early to start thinking about next year's draft, is it?
Well, you're absolutely right. And with the college bowl season upon us, a lot of guys view their upcoming bowl game as more or less an open audition for NFL scouts everywhere. Roberts is someone I think of right away when I think of the best prospects in college football. 5'10", 198, out of Michigan State. I truly believe that he's the kind of runner that a lot of teams would like to get their hands on at the next level. Teams have keyed on him time and time again in his college career, but he still put up awesome numbers. Long is another guy that's starting to make some noise with a terrific senior season. He was a virtual unknown coming into this year, but people are starting to project him to have a solid NFL career. I'm starting to jump on the bandwagon as well. So that'll do it for now, but you can guarantee that the big board is going to see a lot of risers and fallers between now and April.
Yes, indeed, just 1 week to go and the playoff picture's starting to take shape, but still some areas that'll need to be cleared up next weekend. We'll start with a look at the AFC playoff picture. Meanwhile, over in the NFC, the playoff picture looks like this. So that's how we stand to this point. Still lots of jockeying left to go as we get this thing sorted out for January. And that'll do it from here. Chris, let's send it back over to you.
That'll do it here for Pivotal Week 16. As always, plenty of surprises to go around and plenty of intrigue still to come. My primetime players each took his team to the next level, and each is going to take home a game ball. Great work, fellas. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.